Penny said before the tournament there at TPC Southwind that he wanted to add two more guys and two more bigs in particular. He
Specifically.
has added another Tierno Silla or Sia, Stephen F. Austin big, and he was formerly a UCF.
Yeah.
I think UCF's probably the better season to pull from. 23-24, played there. He's a big center, 7 foot tall. He started 10 games, played in 32 at UCF in 23-24, averaged 4.5 points per game and 3.9 rebounds per game. Just adds size to a front court that we know needs size. And
Yep.
he's sort of a true center, rebound, block shots, finish around the rim when asked to, be a lob threat.
Yep.
I don't think it's like some exciting grab by any stretch of the imagination. I don't expect him to pop next year, but I do expect him to play a fair amount. I do expect him to be likely the second center off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, they're still waiting on
the first center off the bench, I should say.
Yeah, they're still waiting on Simon Mayock to come over. He's apparently, according to Jason Muntz, the Commercial Appeal, has his immigration meeting in Serbia, where he is right now, where he's been playing ball for a while. And so he expects that once that interview happens, he'll get his visa and be able to get over here to America, get over here to Memphis ASAP. He said that's his goal, right? He told Jason, he said, my goal is to, as soon as I get the stamp, I'm on the way, right? And so the big thing is in college basketball, you just need bodies. You need big bodies, right? Like, is this guy a light your world on fire, game-changing guy for the Tigers? No, but is he a 7'1", 240-pound big that can take up space and
has experience?
And has experience? Yes. That's what you need. You need that. I don't think you're not going after guys right now. There's nobody that's out there that is just going to, totally change the entire trajectory of the University of Memphis basketball program this year in particular. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. I think Penny has very clearly stated that Aaron Bradshaw will be the guy that will be getting the majority of the minutes, right? In the front court for this team.
It's a hell of a bet, though. Let's not act like that's not a gamble.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're basically what I think what we're expecting is, can Penny maximize these guys to their fullest potential? We've seen him do that numerous times, right? Like, you saw Moussa Cisse come back, and I would say Moussa's a much more impactful guy out there, especially on the defensive end of the floor. But let's not forget, man, Moussa's best 2 years that he played basketball in college were when he played at Memphis with Penny Hardaway.
Yep.
And so I think that Penny is a talented developmental guy who can get the most out of his guys that he can. And so I would expect the same for Tierno Silla and Simon Mayock and the other big that Penny wants to get.
William Wharton. Come on. He's
William Wharton, right? Aaron Bradshaw, a former 5-star recruit, a guy who,
I'm going to keep it real with you.
Oh, okay? No. Here we go.
I'm going to do this.
This is where
I'm not saying I'm not hating on anyone. I really am not even being critical of anyone. Maybe I'm being critical of the roster and my confidence in it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not super confident in this roster, or overly excited about this roster. I'm just not. I think it's got, even with the front court pieces that have been added, it's not a very convincing front court. I think they're going to have to play small a fair amount. And when you play small, I feel like you have to have some shooting on the floor. And they have some shooting, and we'll see if it comes together. I didn't think PJ Haggerty was going to be a 40% three-point shooter, but look at him last year. Right. So maybe there's some guys that I'm discounting, a Julius Thedford, guys like that. But I don't see an overwhelming amount of previous shooting on this roster.
Yeah.
I think defense is sort of a calling card. That could be their identity. I'm just very, very curious about offense and how that's going to look. Yeah. I think you're going to have to, especially with Sincere Parker and his situation.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have big, big, big performances.
Yeah.
From guys that you're not necessarily hanging your hat on. A Curtis Givens, Julius Thedford, Hassam Abdul Hakim. Like you have to get some big offensive pop from guys that are outside of the top couple of guys. And I just, again, I'm not convinced. This roster, I guess I'll put it this way. This is my statement. This roster is not convincing to me.
Yeah. And I think that's fair. I mean, I think that's absolutely fair. When you have to revamp your entire roster all over again, and I think in an unfair situation,
sure,
not an unethical situation, but an unfair situation to Penny, their eggs were in the basket this offseason of your boy PJ Haggerty and Dane Danger coming back, right? And so because of that, as you build your roster out and start making decisions, the roster's being built with the idea, man, Dane's got a really good case, and PJ is saying all the right things.
He can come back. He can come back.
PJ's got all the money in the world. PJ's got everything he's asking for, everything Pops is asking for. You know, like, we're literally bending over backwards for this guy. And PJ did what he did. And so, yes. Is this roster missing that? At this point, does it feel like the roster is missing that dude? It does. Absolutely. The guy who's supposed to be that dude is in the middle of the battle of his life in court right now. Right? Like, and so, yes, I think your is kind of justified. Like, I think it's warranted. But we also, let's not forget, going into last season, didn't know that Memphis was going to be one of the top 3-point shooting teams in the country for the entire year.
Sure. But Colby Rogers, we knew he was 40% guy.
Third best 3-point
Tyrese
shooting.
Hunter, we knew, okay, he's played in some of the best conferences in the country, averaged 12 to 15 points per game.
Right.
We knew PJ was, if everything sort of broke right, a guy who could be an All-American. He averaged 22 points per game at Tulsa.
Did you think he was, honestly?
I did. I know there were some people asking stupid questions about it, but I thought he would be the guy, and he was. I didn't know about
All-America type of guy?
Dane was the one guy that I didn't foresee that type of role and that type of outcome with him, and it was unbelievable. Maybe Aaron Bradshaw can pop, right? Like, I'm not totally sure, but
maybe Doug McDaniel can come back from his.
Maybe Doug can be an absolute dog.
Maybe Dougie Mack can come back and ball out.
Yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, it's just not the most convincing roster coming off of a 5 seed in the NCAA.
Totally agree. I listen. I think anybody trying to sell you a bill of goods on this roster is snorting the penny powder, right? And that's okay.
Can I be honest too? This is not a criticism of Penny. Penny
at all,
I think, tried to keep a lot of the talent that he had on that roster last year. Yeah. They just didn't stay. And we could have deeper conversations about why that is. I'm not totally sure. Because I don't think these guys are transferring out because of Penny Hardaway. I don't think that's the case. Maybe it's they want another situation, or maybe there has been some guys, I'm sure, that maybe didn't get along with Penny. But I think, I don't know, 85, 90% of guys just want a different situation, want more playing time, want more money, what have you. And there's not much you can do about that. I would honestly, even though I'm not convinced with this roster, I would give Penny some good marks on this offseason. Having to pivot that way, it's pretty insane that he was even able to come out with this roster.
Yeah. I agree. Penny has earned latitude with me on the roster building that he is able to do. I think he's really turned a corner in that regard in terms of how he wants to build his roster. So
Right.
I trust him in that regard. I would say there are some things that he said that has concerned me in his the Tiger Tour stuff that he's done, the pre TPC, the FedEx St. Jude Classic talk that he gave. There were some things that he said about this team that concerned me, and that specifically offensively, they've not been very good.
Well, let's be honest, Kenny. Here's the other part of it. I immediately get concerned if we get to the tournament, the TPC at TPC, FedEx St. Jude Championship, and he says, I need to add 2 more bigs. That concerns me. This is a guy who has told us on multiple occasions he wants his whole team on campus in June or July. And if he's telling you, I want to add this late in the calendar, he's telling you, I don't think this team is good enough. That's what he's telling you. He's saying 100%. It out loud. You just got to listen.
When he says defensively, we were able to do some good things. Well, that defensively, and I don't know how it works in football. It's such a bifurcated sport, I think, in that everybody, like, you have offensive players that do offensive things and defensive players that do special teams guys who do anyway. So it's not the same type of thing. But defense is the easiest thing in the world initially to pick up, right? Like, because defense is defense, right? Like, defense is defense, right? You just play defense together, and you learn that, and then you start adding in some different things and your energy level. Defense is mainly about energy in basketball, and so if your energy level is up, then you can pick up things on defense pretty quickly. Offense is difficult because you're learning new schemes, you're learning new, like, what does the coach want out of his offensive schemes. And if you don't have the talent level, the talent has to be up there to be able to do what your coach wants to do. And so normally in any training camp and any fall camp and anything, your defense is always going to be a couple of steps ahead of your offense in those moments. He did not seem particularly pleased with his offense and what they did in that fall.
One thing I'll give Penny credit for, though, and maybe he doesn't say it directly ever, really. But if you listen to him and take in what he says, he'll tell you how he feels about.
He'll tell you all the time. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
He will tell you. And I know, like, saying we need 2 more bigs or our offense isn't quite where it needs to be. That may be like coded to some people. That ain't coded to me. He's telling me exactly what I need to know.
Yeah. If you've been around Penny long enough, you know exactly what he's trying to say.
He's telling you, I don't think this roster is up to snuff yet. I don't like it that much.
But hey, Gabe, have no fear. They just added Tierno Silla, a guy who averages.
By the way, is that how you say his name? Is that how you say his name?
I'm country, bro. I'm trying to figure it out as we go. Well, let's wait for Dave Woloshin to tell us how it sounds. What did he call him? He called Demir Blankumsey. He called him Blankum Schmear. Have you ever heard that? Did you know that? He called him.
I'm not familiar with that. It doesn't.
His entire career, his entire time at Memphis, Wolo called him Blankum Schmear. So I'm just waiting on Wolo to tell us how you say Tierno Silla's name. But no, I mean, shout out. He struggle in offense, so you go and add a 7'1" guy who averages two rebounds a game. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh God! I mean,
I'm halfway joking. I trust Penny in this regard.
You're full way joking, but
at the same time, I'm like, man, clearly there's some concerns there.
There's just no doubt. And you're on that penny powder if you're acting like.
But you're a hater, bro.
Everything's perfect.
Gabe, you're a hater. Stop being. You want Penny gone, and you want to bring in some other coach. You want to bring in Will Wade, don't you? Will Wade guy, aren't you?
Well, that to be honest, that ship has sailed. he's taken care of. He's got his job. He's at old NC State. He's with the Wolf Pack. So
I love it.
That ain't happening no more.
And I'm
unless he got fired, and Penny was gone.
Do we want him if he gets fired?
Not particularly, no. Yeah. Not really.